सब में हो सहयोग भावना, सब में हो सहयोग भावना, सबको सब दे प्यार। सब चाहे तो सबके लिए हो सुखमय ये संसार, सुखमय हो संसार।
सब में हो सहयोग भावना, सबको सब दे प्यार। सब चाहे तो सबके लिए हो सुखमय ये संसार, सुखमय हो संसार।
सांसों के सहयोग बिना पल भर न कोई जी पाए। प्राण का जब सहयोग न हो तन माटी में मिल जाए। सांसों के सहयोग बिना पल भर न कोई जी पाए। प्राण का जब सहयोग न हो तन माटी में मिल जाए। आपस का सहकार प्यार ही जीवन का है सार, सुखमय हो संसार।
सब में हो सहयोग भावना,
जुआ नहीं है ये जीवन, कोई हारे कोई जीते। मिलकर ऐसा जियो कि सबकी हंसते गाते बीते। जुआ नहीं है ये जीवन, कोई हारे कोई जीते। मिलकर ऐसा जियो कि सबकी हंसते गाते बीते। धरती पर सबको सुख से जीने का है अधिकार, सुखमय हो संसार।
सब में हो सहयोग भावना, सबको सब दे प्यार। सब चाहे तो सबके लिए हो सुखमय ये संसार, सुखमय हो 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 संसार।
ओम शांति। ओम शांति। ओम शांति। ओम शांति। Once again today we have a beautiful gathering on the sixth power, power to cooperate. Up until the powers we explored, power to tolerate, power to contain, power to discern, power to judge, and power to face. In all of those powers, the person or individual has to attain those inside. One has to tolerate by himself, contain by himself, identify or discern by himself, judge and face by person himself. we have to do all that on our own. But today's power, we are not alone. Many others are connected with us for this power to cooperate. It is said that human beings are social animals. And in society, it is important to walk together. One cannot walk alone. That's why it reminds me this old Hindi song. It says Saathi Haath Badana, which means the person is asking to forward their hands to work together. So in this power, we are asking everyone to work together. There's another Hindi song which is जीना उसका जीना है जो औरों को जीवन देता है, which means the life is called life which the the person gives life to other people. So whatever is required in the time constraint, and if we help that person in the same manner, that it's called the cooperation. In Hindi, the cooperate word is called sahyog. Saha is all together and yog means union, which means all together, all united together. Unless all of are united together, there is no cooperation. And when there is unconditional love between people, then and then power to cooperate can generate. And this cooperation is possible only when our nature is matching to each other. So for the cooperation, it is very important that each other's nature or each other's behavior is matching. If it's not matching, if we are opposite, then there is no cooperation possible. At the same time, we need a big heart for cooperation. If we have narrow-mindedness, self-centeredness, then this type of people just stay limited to their own self or just up to their families. And in other words, they are covered with the egoism. And in this kind of mentality, there is no cooperation possible. They don't have any clue how to cooperate. They don't even have time to help others. And such people might often think that why do we need to help others? Because they live in such an illusion that they will not require anyone's help in their life. This type of people consider themselves high and at height. So they think others at a lower level. And that's why they separate themselves from others. And then they think that they are perfect in whatever sense they are. They don't need anyone in their life. So there was a fight between all the fingers. The thumb said, I am bigger because there is no one can do the signature without me. Even if an illiterate have to sign with the thumb. So thumb thinks that I am the biggest one. And yes, when we like something, we show the thumb up. So that's why the thumb had high thoughts about itself. And then the index finger, first finger, said that it's not possible to live without me, because when we point the finger up towards a God, so I am being used to remember the God. And I am the one who is pointing towards God to show the way, to show the correct path to the lost people. And then comes the big finger. Big finger says, you are all, both of you are smaller than me. And then comes the ring finger. In India, we use the ring finger to do the ring finger or to draw the swastika. The ring finger is being used. So ring finger says that not of a single good task is possible without me. And then comes the little finger. The little finger says that when Lord Krishna lifted the Govardhan mountain with the little finger, he used the little finger. So all of these fingers were fighting, and they are all of them went to the God and asked God, show us who is the bigger, who is the biggest. And the God replies that everyone considers themselves biggest. So God wanted to give the results. So the God orders a big platter full of some sweet powder, and the God asks fingers to make a sweet ball out of it, the laddu. None of the fingers could make it by themselves, by itself, alone. To make the laddu, to make the ball out of that sweet powder, all of those has to come together. So when you think that I will not need anyone in my life ever, that's not correct. If we want to live in society, we have to cooperate with each other. So there is a proverb. It says, "Who the handsome is the one who forwards his hand to others, who lends his hand to others." So that person is handsome. That's beautiful. So with cooperation of each other, a big tasks can be fulfilled. Like it is said that with single drops we can fill the whole lake. When single bricks are put together, we can make a whole house. And just like that, each human being, when together, makes the whole world. So power to cooperate is the foundation. When we are together, we are destroying the distance, we come closer and live beautifully. It is said that trees are giving oxygen, rivers give us water, trees also give us fruits. If we see in this perspective, rain gives us water. So when we see dark clouds, we become happy. So nature is giving us. But on the same side, every gadget, every instrument made by human beings are also giving us, just like the roof on our head, the chair or sofa we are sitting on, they give us the easiness. AC is giving us cooling. Everything is giving us. Power gives us light. So the things made by human beings are also giving us. Only the human beings, they just take, and take. So from Devta, the Godheads, the humans have become Devta. In Hindi, they means Dena, they or Dena means to give, and Le or Lena means to receive. So the humans are Devta Mane means they are just receiving, just taking from others. And in just taking and receiving, humans have forgotten to give back. And this is just like this, humans have become alone and lonely. They have only always considered just to take, not to give out. If a mother asks the young kid, can you do this for me? So the child would respond, what will I get if I do this? So this is the attitude in these days. Everyone wants to just take. No one wants to give. And when they don't get, they feel like handicapped. So nature, all the things, everyone around us, they give. In the world, when we give even the smallest thing, they would say thanks. And they become happy and they accept it with happiness. And then we also feel happiness in giving. So there is happiness lies in giving. and then we feel connected. And in taking or receiving, just taking from others, there is no happiness. There was a king, he received so many gifts because he used to travel a lot and everyone used to give him gifts. And there was no place for all these gifts to keep in his palace. So he thought, let me just distribute these gifts to his people. And it was announced that all the gifts will be in display, and whoever wants whatever, it will be given to them. So the next day, there was a long queue. Everyone thought that the king is giving out gifts. It will be very expensive gifts. Why don't we get it? So everyone used to show to the king that I want this or that. And king used to give it out. And so while giving it out, king felt so much happy, so happy. And whoever was receiving the gift, they were giving blessings in return. So in this line, there was a saint. And saint just watched that there is so much satisfaction on the face of king. And he's asking that how can I feel this? How can I have this experience? And when his turn came, he gave the turn to the person in the back of him. So the person who goes further, uh, before him, like he used to further the people on behind him, and everyone used to say him thanks, thanks, thanks. And this is how he felt so happy. And others were thinking that, oh, he's so nice, he's giving up his turn. So everyone was appreciating king, but at the same time, everyone appreciated that saint as well. So that there was one person in the queue that was giving up his turn. So the king was happy receiving all the praises for himself, but then he also found out about this saint and how people praised that saint. So the next day, the king again announces that he still have more gifts to give out. So the same scenario continued the next day. The saint used to give up his turn and let people go ahead of him. And then king called him and asked the saint to just take whatever he wants and go away. So king wanted to make sure that in the newspaper, I don't want your praise. You just go away. And the saint says, I don't want anything. Then king asks, why are you standing? And then saint replied that I saw how happy you were and how happy and content you were when people gives blessings back to you. So I thought, how can I get this feeling? Because I don't have anything to give out. So that's why I just started giving out my turn. to others. And in real, this made me feel so happy. And when people used to say thanks to me, or people say, may God bless you, I felt so good and so happy and contented, which means there, there is happiness always lies in giving. It's a blissful state. But we need a bigger heart to give out. If we are not generous, we cannot give. Even though if it is a small thing, we need to be generous and big-hearted. Parents always say to their children, share things. Don't be selfish. Share. You have to share. Sharing is caring. Sharing, it gives you happiness. And when you give, you get blessings in return. So in these days, in our culture, in every culture, they say we must share, we should share things. And to and not to cooperate or don't take anyone's help is a demonic uh, character. So there's a story. Um, the there all the all the dev all the devta or the gods were on one side, and all the demons were on the other side. And the condition was their elbows will be tied straight. They cannot bend their hands, and they have to eat. And then they all were served very yummy, delicious food. So they tried, some people tried to just uh, uh, toss the food and receive it in their mouth, but there was no success. So they felt that king has insulted us because king did not want to feed us. And then these devilish people thought that this king must have favored the god other group of the good people. So this devilish people went to see what's going on that side. So what are they seeing is they are just eating peacefully. But how? Because they were feeding each other, even though they could not bend the elbow, but they could feed other with straight hand. So what this proves is, when you don't have cooperation and you are filled with anger and hatred, jealousy, you cannot achieve anything. So not to cooperate is a devilish quality. So we have to think that what we want to become. We want to be Devata, God, or devilish. The Supreme Soul has given us a big task. We have to create a beautiful world. And Paramatma, the Supreme Soul, is offering us this task and asking us to cooperate in this huge task. And what can we give to the Supreme Soul? We can just give a little bit of cooperation just with our little finger. So whatever qualities we have, we just unite with the quality. Supreme Soul has created this a unique world. Whoever cooperates in the time of need, they get strength from Supreme Soul. So that's why it is said, if you want to experience the strength of God, you become cooperative in the time of need of others. And that is why when the Supreme Soul has come here to create a happy world, he is asking that, my sweet children, just purify your life and cooperate. And when we purify ourselves, we vibrate on a higher pure level. And this higher pure vibrations will create the environment, and this environment will ultimately transform everything on a larger scale. And that is why the power or the ability to cooperate, that is how we start gaining this power. So the Supreme Soul is asking one cooperation from us. He is asking to give up all the weaknesses. He is asking only one cooperation to give up all the weaknesses we have and become pure. When we love someone so much, we say that, oh, I can do anything for you. Just like that, God, the Supreme Soul, is so dear to us. So when he is asking, give up the old world, the old attitudes, just give up. Give up the body consciousness and become soul consciousness. This is the only cooperation Supreme Soul or Supreme Father is asking from us. We need to be compassionate. We need to create good wishes, good blessings. And we have to hold Supreme Father's hand and walk with him with his Srimad. And we need the courage to walk on this path. If we hold the hand of Supreme Father, then we can walk ahead and ahead in all kind of tasks, and we become cooperative in very easy way. Whoever has larger vision, big heart, in the company of such person, even the weaker person will feel stronger. And nothing is impossible if everyone is united together. But the kind of cooperation we are talking about today, so if we categorize this cooperation in 5 categories, we become cooperative in 5 aspects. One is physically, or the seva, or service. There's a Hindi song that which says that my body, mind, my wealth, everything is yours, nothing is mine. So when the soul meets with the life, meets with the body, then this life goes further. So the more cooperation we give to the Supreme Father, our earnings grow more. Our earnings in the meaning of the good actions. Whoever uses their body in service, their body remains healthy. So we have to keep our body healthy, and also we need to cooperate in Supreme Father's task with the body. So whoever is doing physical service, using each bones for service, their body remains healthy. And when we cooperate with each senses in this huge godly task, all the senses remains healthy. And at the same time, we get blessings from Supreme Father. While doing the physical service, our ego gets melted and we become pure. And that is why the Supreme Soul is saying that do service, do physical service to uplift so many and cooperate to help each and every one. So that was service. Many people, when they go into temple or churches, they clean the floors, or they do cleaning, other type of cleaning, thinking that they are using their body or their service in godly acts. And when we do such physical service in godly tasks, we collect so many good results, punyas. God gives for 1 to 1,000 times. That is God's return ratio. In this time and age, people are so sensitive and weak, even for the smallest thing, smallest disturbance, they are just uh, out of their senses. And what's the reason for that? Is whatever knowledge the God has given to us, we need to churn that. We need to churn the Murli Gyan, the Murli knowledge. Just like how we get strength in body by eating the food, when we churn the knowledge of Murli, our mind become healthy, and then we vibrate on an elevated level, and then we create a different great aura around us, and we become easy yogi. If someone is so disappointed, and if we just give a little bit of good vibrations to uplift him, just say a few words of upliftment, that person may come up out of the frustration or upset mind. We can just do that much. So with the help of our elevated thoughts and best wishes and blessings, we can help the weak-minded people. And such elevated capacities can be used in the godly task. And when we spread this positiveness around us and we fill others with powers, we will never experience any obstacle. We will never feel depressed. That is why, with the elevated thoughts, the higher mind set, we will always be healthy at a mental level, and we will not be weak so that the little things can move us, because we have used our time successfully, and we have served people with the best thoughts and best vibrations, and that affects on ourselves too. In this time, what people say, they are asking for just a little bit of peace. So if we are such higher elevated uh, mindset person, or with a good vibrations, people just by sitting by our side can feel that peace. The third one is the practical aspect. Our attitudes, our actions, our deeds should reflect all this godly knowledge. We live in a society, so it is important to keep that unconditional love for each other, and unity. So when we combine all these good characters and bring unity in society, this is a practical aspect of cooperation. Just like how a garland or a necklace, a pearl necklace, or the rosary, the beads of rosary, how the each bead is close to each other, but they are not attached. So just like that, the Supreme Father is saying that yes, we need to keep the lovely relationship with each other, but we shouldn't be attached with each other. When we are attached, it brings problems, and then we get separated. So we need to see others at a soul conscious level and cooperate each other on a soul conscious level. That is called Nyara and Pyara, means detached and lovely. At one moment we are loving, and the other moment we can be detached, so we cannot hurt each other. So the one is physical, mental cooperation. The third one is practical cooperation. Fourth is financial cooperation. The Supreme Father says that when we use the money in a good action, good deed, that acts like a seed. So this seed is sown for the next birth. So in a village, there was a knowledgeable person was there, and he used to give discourses. So this couples, there was a couple, and the wife said, I want to go listen to that. And the husband said, don't force me. And the wife goes, and she thinks that why my husband is missing this. This is so good. And then she goes home and asks her husband that this this person is very knowledgeable. You just come for just one day. So after a lot of force, the husband agrees to go, and he goes. And that day, the saint said that we have come alone in the world, and we will go alone. We will not take anything with us. So that businessman, that husband, he started worrying that, oh, I gathered so much money, wealth, I wouldn't be able to take anything with me. And he was just anxious and frustrated that, oh, I spent so much time, and for whom I'm doing all this if I'm not able to take this to the next birth. And then he goes for one-on-one meeting with the saint, and he's asking that, give me any idea, how can I take this with me? So the saint says, that's not possible. We have come alone, we will go alone. So the businessman is adamant, no, I want to take it. Just show me any one way, any which way. I want to take this to next life. So he didn't get any answer. And then he keeps asking to many people around him, but Then he meets with a Brahma Kumar, and Brahma Kumar replies that, oh, it's so easy, you can take this to next birth. And the businessman is surprised, oh, really? How? And then the Brahma Kumar replied to him that how we pay premium for life insurance. We give premiums every month, right? So when in the time of need, if something happens, we get the money back. So just like that, you have to pay premiums even though you have paid a little amount in premium, but you will get larger amount back. So you have to pay the premium, that's the key. And just like that, if you want to take all this wealth to next birth, you have to donate this in this birth. Whatever donation you make in this life, you will get in the next birth in multiplied form. So whatever we donate in this life, if we donate in hospitals, we get a good health in next birth. If we donate in schools or universities, we get good mental health. So whatever we donate, wherever we donate, and we get back it in next birth accordingly and in multiplied form. Sometimes some people say that we are not rich. What can we donate? So there is a story of Sudama and Krishna. Sudama was a poor friend of Lord Krishna, and he just takes a small pouch of rice to Lord Krishna, and he just gives that much. But in return, Lord Krishna gives him so much wealth and palace to live in. So, which means you have to give a little bit. You have to give something in godly task. Even that's why the analogy is of giving cooperation with a little finger. So this means we are ensuring our fortune for next birth. So Dadi Prakashmani, she used to be our administrative chief. She used to say that whatever task we do, whatever buildings we make, or things like that, we must use everyone's money, even a smallest person. And they were asking at that time that if everyone is giving out just $1 every day, just give $1 per day. So just for this small offer, everyone contributed $1 a day for 1 year. And if there are 500,000 followers, and if they take out $1 a day for 1 year, so calculate what a big amount it creates. So per day it's 500,000. So 500,000 multiplied by 365, That much was the contribution for the building Mansarovar in Mount Abu. And they also made the Shantivan also. And that is why it is said that whoever cooperates and contributes with real love, true feelings, and pure intentions, they can get in multifold back, because God never keeps anything with him. So there was a woman, she was laborer, and when Dadi said that everyone has to give $1 every day, she used to just keep aside from her daily wage of labor, and she collected some amount at the end of a year, and then she bought a golden ring from that money, and along with the teacher, she sent this ring for Dadi because she couldn't go herself. So the teacher brought the ring with her, and she explained that how this laborer woman has contributed, collected $1 every day and bought this ring. So that this is how she sent her cooperation. And Dadi ji just literally cried, and Dadi ji wore that ring, and she was so happy, and she showed in the class to everyone that, look what the Dadi got today. And Dadi gave her so much blessings. So that is why it is said that God always returns in multifold. And the fifth cooperation is the spiritual cooperation. The spiritual cooperation means the 7 qualities of soul. We have to develop all the 7 qualities of soul at such a elevated level that we become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. We are the souls, we are very pure and clean souls, and we spread the vibrations of joy and happiness. So our soul should be in Sato Pradhan, Sato Guni state. And this is how we can give the spiritual cooperation. No organization can be made without cooperation. Any organization, any company, anything huge requires cooperation. So where there is cooperation, then what is the gain? What is the attainment? So attainment is the joy, exhilaratedness, enthusiasm, health, successful, and we gain the blessings and best wishes. This is our attainment. These are our attainments. If we give all these 5 type of cooperations and these qualities, these attainments will keep us light. Without that, the humans are so heavy, sad, and depressed. That is why the Supreme Soul is asking us to wake up early at Amrit Vela and just be with the God, be with Him, meet with Him in a pleasant way, pleasant mood, and feel the transformation and spread this around throughout the whole day. So we need to nourish spiritually to this tree of all the 4 ages. We have to water each leaf. We get all these blessings early morning every day. But to keep these qualities forever, one has to be Sahaj, means easy yogi. And only the one who is easy yogi can be cooperative. So one can be cooperative or Sahyogi by describing the qualities of souls, share the good attainments, good experiences with others. So whoever comes in our contact, they should feel that we have gained something, we have attained something, we have gathered, we have gotten the wealth of powers, we have the happiness, we have the unconditional or divine peace and love within us. And when we share our experiences with others, the others can be inspired. And such Sahayogi and easy yogis, their state of yoga, the state of union with Supreme Soul is very easy. And such people can attract other souls towards them. Sometimes, at times, when we feel that we don't have that same feeling in our yoga or remembrance of Baba, then become cooperative. And when we cooperate, we feel the new energy, the enthusiasm, like how the dry plant, the deprived plant is being watered. And just like that, whenever our soul feels weaker, if we become cooperative, it works like watering the soul. So that is why the water in the form of cooperation should never get dry. This water or this cooperation is important for the transformation we want. So whoever gets the seed of godly love in them, they can grow the tree of cooperation from within, and they can do anything very easily. And they build the great environment around them. And then everyone feels safe around such people. Om Shanti. So now we will sit in remembrance of Baba, and just how we talked, how important are the vibrations. We will spread the vibrations around the world, how the world is in sorrow and stress in these days. Let's give out the mental cooperation. Gather your thoughts from outside in the center of the forehead. Feel the lively energy in the center of the forehead. This body is my temple, and I, the soul, is the living energy in this temple. I am the deity, Devata, the one who is a giver. Visualize the globe is in front of us. And the best wishes and best blessings are going out from us for the whole world. All the stressed souls are giving the blessings out for peace and happiness. I, the soul, the child of God, is taking the blessings of all the powers from Almighty and spreading this positive vibrations to everyone. It is such a beautiful feeling. pure vibrations are going out to the souls out there from me. Peaceful vibrations are going out to each soul in the world. Vibrations of happiness are going out in all directions. With each soul of the world, I'm giving out pure vibrations to the nature, all the five elements of nature. Slowly and slowly, I'm taking my consciousness near to the Supreme Father, and I experience the godly love, the divine love. I am experiencing the blessings of God within me. I, the soul, I am so fortunate that in this life I am experiencing the companionship of God, the Supreme Soul. I'm feeling the powers from the Supreme Father and feel strong. Slowly and slowly, with the mind and intellect, I come back in this physical body, and I'm settling in the center of the forehead. And for the rest of the whole day, I will be the deity quality, and I will be the giver.
ख्यालों को यूं खूबसूरत करो, दिल खुदाई मोहब्बत से भर जाएगा, ख्वाबों को तुम खुशनुमा पाओगे, ख्वाबों को तुम खुशनुमा पाओगे, आसमां से जन्नत उतर आएगा। इन ख्यालों में ऐसी है ताकत भरी, मोम पत्थर को कर दे वो कारीगरी, ये बना दे फरिश्ता ये हूर और परी, क्या गजब की है।
For meditation song, please connect to the main channel and remember Baba.
ज़माने की खिदमत करो, इनसे सारे ज़माने की खिदमत करो, खुद दुआओं से दामन सवर जाएगा, ख्यालों को यूं खूबसूरत करो। ख्याल कीमती है यूं न जाया करो, अश्कों को न बेवजह बहाया करो, मुंतजिर हो खुदा की फकत याद में, भूल करना किसका दिल दुखाया करो, मुश्किल